Hi and good morning. This is Robin with Living Life's Journey, and it's been crazy. I am behind schedule on a lot of things taking place. We have a fully functioning life going on here. I have my puppies are right there. They're copping a squat in here. My mom is here. My mom's in the home. She came down from Portland, Oregon to visit me while I drove for Christmas. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on, and I've been traveling. I have not been home. I just got home late last week, and then of course my mom. So I was running around cleaning, kind of get oh my gosh, my mom's coming. Can't have a destroyed house, but my house is kind of if you look at my computer desk right now. Well, let's be real here. I promise you guys I'd be real. This is my desk right now. It's not in its best shape right now. Because in all the process, I'm still decluttering, going through things. Do I really need this? Do I really need that? And we do have a new camera. I have not used it yet because I'm learning all about it. My husband purchased for me the Canon 80D, and it's not as simple as the point and shoot. Well, I mean, it does have a point and shoot. I don't know. I know about the camera, and I've read about the camera, and I've seen other people use the camera, but there's so many more functions to this camera, and it's a learning curve. So I wanted to know more about it, but one of the issues that I'm having is my computer can't handle the load, and so it takes a long time to process videos. So I'm trying to do a lot of things. So this is what we're at. Early December was my birthday week. And I say week because I was gone from Thanksgiving on. I left. The day after Thanksgiving, I should be honest. Backtrack a little bit. So I'll kind of give you guys an update. For Thanksgiving, I went over to a friend of ours. I was invited to spend Thanksgiving with a friend, but the strangest things happen in life, and that will in fact happen. We had a base-wide power outage on Thanksgiving. So everybody that was in the midst of baking and cooking and roasting and doing all the wonderful activities that you do for Thanksgiving preparation, as of 10:30 in the morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, the power went out across base. And it lasted until the next day. So clever people as they are, and as military families that we can be, found many different multiple ways of finishing up our turkeys. Now you would think, hey, why don't you just continue gas-powered stoves and ovens? It's easy, just hit the pilot light or whatever on your, and it'll start. Well, in some of our housings, we have a electric valve to the gas as an emergency shutoff, and without electricity, it won't allow gas to flow into the house. It's a safety measure. And yeah, so a lot of our areas of our base couldn't get gas into the home to use those options. So barbecue grills came into play. So we had barbecue turkey, and it was yummy. Who would have thunk it? Well, I mean, a lot of people barbecue their turkeys these days. So hey, that's an option for next year. I've over the years, I've kind of laid back on doing big turkey dinners and stuff like that. I've kind of tried different little things like hens and duck, and well, I'll tell you, I don't do duck anymore. It's greasy. Oh, it is greasy. People said I've done it wrong, but maybe I've done it wrong. I followed it greasy, but I've talked to other people and they agree. Duck is a greasy bird. So, but anyways, we had a wonderful night, candlelight, conversation. We played games, card games, and stuff like that. We just had a wonderful night. It was really, really great, even with the lights off all night long. Came home, turned on my iPad, which I have movies on it, and it allowed me just to kind of downshift and, grab the puppies. We stayed in one room and to conserve heat because it was pretty cold inside the house, and it was raining outside. So we stayed warm, and then bright and early the following morning, the lights came back on, and I was able to have coffee. So off to the races we went. I packed up the dogs, and that's an experience that I will be talking with you guys in a different video. And I headed off to Nevada. I have friends of mine in Nevada invited me to spend my birthday week at their home because there was a twofold. The purpose of this, not only just to celebrate my birthday and to get away from the base for a while, because celebrating without my family here kind of bleh, and kind of suckies, you know? So the idea was I was going to go out there, spend some time around Patty. Hi, Patty. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Mike. To go spend being around friends, celebrate my birthday. And also, there's an RV centers right around where she lives. They were also having a show go on and take a look at some stuff. And then, you know, just chill for a few days, you know, just spend some time and decompress for a little bit and then come home. Yeah, that was the original plan. Things changed. Things really did change. One, Timon fell in love with her dog, which was a mini pin, a miniature pinscher, Trinka. And so anytime Trinka would bark, Pumbaa would, you know, not Pumbaa, Timon would bark and then run to her side like, I will defend you, my love. I will bark with you. And he would look around where she's barking at. She's just barking, and he'd bark with her. Cute, funny, but just really, yeah. So he fell in love with the min pin, and Chloe, which is her Chihuahua, was like aggravated that there was 2 male dogs in the house, so she would bark at them like, why are you in my house? You're not supposed to be here. You guys are just get out of my house. And every morning it was the same routine. She'd yell at them, and then run and hide underneath the blanket. It was fun. It was funny to see that this run of ideas of what she might be saying to their faces every morning, because they look at her like tilt their heads, and then they would go and just lay down. I never got it on video because I didn't feel comfortable filming, because it's their home, their space, and I just didn't want, and it was just this peaceful time to be there, and I didn't feel it was right to interrupt their lives, because they have their own life and structure, and this was their privacy, and I didn't want to interrupt that. So, and it was wonderful that they allowed me to come into it and be there. But with all that being said, we did go and check out some RVs. I saw different floor mats, different layouts, different colors, different ins and outs, how they're built, the different types of materials that were being used. Definitely a lot of not going to get price ranges, sizes, lengths, just profiling as far as, you know, height, widths, interior height. And there's some that make you feel like you still had, even though there's still only like a few feet difference, still made you feel like you could stretch out and like you had space. So I was like, that's really, in coloring and layout really does make a difference between feeling like you're closed in a closet or being able to lay out in a like a home-like environment. And that's what we're looking at, and that's what we were looking at, and I shared that information with my husband. We sent pictures, but there's some that would just look like they just threw stuff in and just because it looked good, and it didn't look good. But then when I got home, she ordered flowers. My husband sent flowers for my birthday. They bought me a birthday cake. Oh my gosh, this thing was amazing. And knowing the fact that I can't tolerate sugars very well, which was wonderful, the cake company made not a sugar alternative, but not so sweet, and the frosting was not sweet at all. So I didn't get the natural dumping syndrome that I get from eating something sweet, but I still didn't eat a lot of it. I took a little sliver, and for the whole week we had dessert for the whole week for all of us because there was so much. It was a beautiful cake, and I'll put the picture in somewhere. You'll see the cake. And it was beautiful. It was a lemon cake with it's kind of like a strawberry peach frosting. It was amazing. It was natural juices they used to enhance the flavoring, and it was amazing. So wow, that was awesome. And then the day before I left, they took me to a spa, and I think I have it somewhere. The Mayo, whatever, salon, and I had a body wrap, I had a exfoliation, I had a facial done, and I had a full body massage. I was totally just, wow. I was in a cocoon, they called it, and it was amazing. and I felt completely surprised. They kept saying happy birthday, and when I walked into this place, they had happy birthday Robin, Mrs. Rimkus, and they had all this thing set up, and I just felt completely wrapped in love by my friends and by the family, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful escape from, just being apart and feeling just sometimes alone. And Mike, Patty, and Mommy gave me that week of feeling completely surrounded by family that I've been missing for a while. And I appreciate them, each and every one of them. They're beautiful people and they're beautiful souls, and I'm so grateful for that moment and that week, and it was just insane. Oh my gosh. But we laughed, we stayed, we watched movies, and they're just an amazing family, and I'm so grateful that they're in our lives, but not just because of what that is, but just we had conversations, and we talked, and we stayed up late, and they opened their house, and they took in the dogs, and Patty's mother just loved on my dogs, and every morning they'd be at the stairs waiting for her to come down. And they're like, "Wait, she's awake! She's awake! She's awake! Oh, we're gonna get rubbed on! We're gonna get loved on! Ah!" And it was just this beautiful pattern every day that I got to have while I was there. So my birthday trip to Nevada, even though it was exhausting, the first day was exhausting, and coming home was exhausting, because traveling with one dog was one thing. When I had Tank, traveling him was one thing, because you got to make sure not only food but water, emergency supplies for them should something happen. You have to be stranded for a couple days. All these other little intricacies, because should you have to stay in a hotel, they have to have a kennel, because hotels require them now. There's a lot of ins and outs, and you got to consider bringing their health records and all that other stuff. But I have at times too, and they're ornery little buggers some days. Some days they don't behave, it's within their mannerisms. You got to be, your dogs, and you have to know truthfully. You can't say, "Oh, they're always great." No, they're not. You got to be truthful with their character and know what's ins and outs. And so we were cautious when we brought them in and introduced them to their dogs, and then a couple minutes later, it was like, they're best friends, no problem. But Pumbaa's at my feet. "Oh, baby, what's the matter with your face?" Looks like he's getting irritated again. It's very dry right now, and the weather is changing. We're going from cool to cold, and you can tell because I'm constantly having to put lotion on my hands. That the moisture is zapping, and his nose getting dried up. His face, his jowls are starting to get. Even though I put lotion, his balm on his face, I'm probably gonna have to change it. He's probably gonna need a different kind. What's the matter with the boo-boos? Let me see if I'll show you. I'll have to do it. What's the matter, boo-boos? Yeah, Mama loves you, boo-boos. All right. So. But yeah, for my birthday and traveling with them, there's a lot of intricacies regarding traveling with dogs, with pets, period. And I've had to learn that really quickly because, we wanted to put them in take them to a pet-friendly center so they could be babysat. And they have all their shots and all their records, but there's one particular one that they don't have. And it's because I normally don't board my dogs. They're in-home family dogs. And it's influenza. They have the influenza injection, but they don't have the nasal. And that was required in that particular state, not required here where I live. And unfortunately, it's a 2-day, for me to get it, it's a 2-day set. They take one, and a few days up, they take the other. And I didn't know that in advance, and unfortunately, they weren't able to go to the border. So they had to stay for 4 hours in the kennel, which really sucks because I really don't like doing that. Because every Sunday they have to do that when I go to church. But when they come home, when I got out, when we got back from the salon, Patty's husband had come home from work, and they were only in the kennel for an hour. he came home and he took him out, and they were laying right beside him, and he's like laying on the sofa with his hand rubbing on Pumbaa's head, and Timon was by his foot sleeping. So they were loved on even while I was getting all pampered. So it's just things, intricacies that you gotta really focus on when you're traveling with pets. And I was just like totally overrun with anxiety, making sure that, oh my gosh, did I get this right? Did I have enough? Did I make sure that did I grab this? Did I grab that? Oh my gosh, my POAs, I gotta make sure this. And so traveling can be very anxious, especially when you don't have your partner to back you up on stuff. And then not only that, but now that I don't have my Jeep, I have Big Bertha. Big Bertha is she's like 2 feet or more, I'd say more off the floor. And I have to pick him up and put him up into the truck, and that's 81 pounds worth of, he's dead weight because he wobbles. He doesn't stand stiff and like want to lift himself. He's like, so it hurts the back. But all in all, from Thanksgiving to when I got home, the 7 days that I got to be there and be around and just investigate, take a look, gather information, and then have great conversation, and then have a wonderful birthday, and then have a salon. Now I know what a salon day is. Can I afford that all the time? No. But every once in a while, maybe when my husband gets home, it's a great idea for girls take my husband to go have a couple's day. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm so sorry that I'm falling behind on stuff, but this is life. I have to be real, and things happen, and couldn't bring up my computer information with me. There's things that just couldn't take with me, and first came my pups. So yeah, so now I'm trying to play backup. I have lists of things I want to talk about, and bring you kind of up to date to in my world as far as everything else. But I also have to back up my computer because it's telling me it has no more memory, and I got to take pictures and videos off the computer. I'm eventually going to have to update my computer, but right now it's just not within the funding. I mean, it's expensive. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a Merry, Merry Christmas. You guys take care of each other, love one another, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.